Hey everyone, happy Friday. It is Friday at around 9 a.m. here, a couple minutes late, but not really. You know what? We're getting a lot better. I had some weird issues with NVIDIA broadcast of all things. Every day it's something new. Maybe I should probably start messing with it a little earlier, but it took me a minute to figure out. Ended up just having to do a reboot and everything, and now we're good. So, we're up on YouTube and Facebook as well as Twitch. We are looking good. So let's go ahead and get into it because we're in a kind of a rush mode a little bit here, as far as we got to plow through this MSQ, y'all. We're running out of time. I have a rare opportunity here with that 2-week delay. I could get through Shadowbringers if I really put my head down like this, head down, and just play away. I really want to be done with Shadowbringers before that is. Something weird is going on with my screen back here. Is it better? A little bit? Not really? Let's try like this. How about that? Stop glowing like that. Stop glowing like that. Why you gotta glow? There we go. There we go. Ooh, now I have a weird glow. Alright, let's queue up for this trial. And then we can talk about what... Oh, it's not a trial. Let's jump into it. Let's go. We are fighting Shri something something. Guys, I'm never going to join big follows, okay? Delete me from your list and find somebody else. I'm never going to join big follows. Alright? It's not worth it. Okay, got a scatter, potentially harmful aether. Got it. And I'm gonna start whooping up on this girl. Yeah, Sri Lakshmi has come and she's been summoned at the. There was this little gathering, a council for the new leaders of Alamigo, and the Snek people, the bad Snek people, summoned Sri Lakshmi to come and whoop up on me. And that is where we are. Did I get both? Yes. Okay, it said if I let any of these get to one of my people, I instantly lose. So I need to be careful. Oh, he can do it too. Good job, Arnvald. I'm definitely wanting to get all the way through Shadowbringers before Endwalker comes out at the beginning, like the second week of December. I'm gonna have to really get after it, and it's been hard because, you know, I have a almost 4-week-old baby at home. Okay, so that takes up a lot of time, and then equally as exciting and time-consuming is Halo Infinite just dropped. And I am loving that so far, so I'm playing a lot of Halo. I'm just kidding, that's not equally as good. Okay, I just want to be clear on that. I felt bad saying that, because I love my little girl. But... Did I lose? What is going on with the light back here? I've never had trouble with that before. Is that better?
Damn it all!
Well,
It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
I've never had trouble with this before. It's gonna drive me crazy. There's a line right there. If I get this like that, that solves that. Okay. We're gonna just roll with that for a minute. It's kind of weird because I've never had trouble with that. Fordola's gonna save us. Let's go 40. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just banning someone from chat real quick. Goodbye. Her? Egg?
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
Of course. Let's do it, 40. Nice. So I've also been playing some Forza. That game is fantastic, by the way. Excellent racing game. I'm also, so after my kids get off school this afternoon, we are going to go, here, group up on me, fools. We are going on like a glamping trip, if you will. We used to go on an annual camping trip up to, like, in Oklahoma, which was always fun. But our family is not, it's not hardy. Okay, we're not rugged. We're not. So our glamping trip, it started as camping, then it became glamping. Okay, so it was like fancy camping, glamour camping, if you will. And, you know, so like we were staying in the insides, we have beds, a bathroom, it's air conditioned and heated. But even that, not good enough for us. We need stable Wi-Fi, we need TV, we need to be able to watch sports, the whole thing, okay? So now, we basically just rent, like, Airbnb a nice house out in, like, in the woods, kind of, in, like, Broken Bow, Oklahoma area. It's beautiful, and it's, you get the core of the camping experience for us, which the way we do it, and which the way a lot of people do it, I think. What we're really interested the most is being kind of secluded and out in nature. And then on top of doing that, drinking some beers and listening to music around the fire pit. I'm just gonna have to click a lot, right? No problem for little old me. Okay, so that reminds me of those games from Mario Party where you used to have to mash the buttons. And that reminds me, I saw, if anybody played the old Mario Parties for like Nintendo 64, there used to be a game where you had to rotate, you know, it's all mini games. One of them you'd have to rotate the analog stick a certain amount of times, or like who could rotate it the fastest would win. And I used to be like the master at that. I used to be really good at it. But the move is you put it down flat. Here, let me whoop up on this girl and I'll show it in a second. The move with that would be like, you put your controller flat down like this, and then you go like this, okay? And Nintendo just released a new Mario Party that's a remake, kind of, or reboot, or like I don't know what you would call it. It's a collection of some of the mini games and maps from the early Mario Party. It's supposed to be really good. But it has like an official disclaimer. Don't do that with your analog stick. It's gonna break your controller. I thought that was hilarious because I felt targeted. But also, how am I gonna win now? Ooh. I wonder how I could have avoided that big blast right there. It's okay, I'm busy talking about Mario Party, so maybe paying attention would be the start of how I could avoid that. We're just gonna go with that. We're gonna just assume paying attention would help. Group up. But the mouse clicky one also is easy. I used to be good at the one where you had to mash A. And that was kind of similar. I would put the controller down, flat like this, and then I would, see, I'm trying to do my dance steps while I'm explaining this. This is one of those fights that's just going on way too long, and it's like brain dead at this point. I'm just following the steps. And, you know, it doesn't look like there's a DPS check or anything. It's just like slowly wear down this girl, and there's no difficult parts. They're keeping me healed up. It's really just like nothing's happening. Okay, walk to the non-glowy part. That's one of the mechanics right now. Okay, I see. She does have that. Put a little AoE indicator on the ground. But I would put the controller down like this, and then I could do like that number. And I never got defeated in those. I was a good button masher. All right. Okay. So speaking of going to the cabin or whatever this weekend, I'm still going to be there Monday. We come back Tuesday, so I will not be streaming Monday, but I will stream Wednesday and Friday is the plan for next week. Here in the U.S., next week is Thanksgiving week. So the big thing for that for me is that, you know, I'll have family around. My wife's sister's coming in town. That's always fun. My brother will be around. He lives in the area. We see him a lot, but he'll be around for Thanksgiving, so that's cool. And the biggest thing is that the kids get off, the elementary school is off the whole week. The whole week, Monday through Friday. So I'll have my kids around. And the thing about kids is they're cute, but they are not conducive to productivity. We'll just say that. So we'll see what I can do. My plan is to do a Wednesday and a Friday as normal. Skip Monday, but do Wednesday and Friday as normal. I see a lot of screen tearing over here on OBS. I think I might kick my frame rate down. I was trying to do 120 so I could selfishly see it all pretty for me, but I don't think that's working well.
We beat her.
I'll mess with that in a second. But so the plan is, other than Monday, just a normal week, but that will be kind of up in the air. And if anything, I bet the Wednesday and Friday ones will have to be a little cut down. Because I can't do a good stream if my kids are screaming in the background, and they are screamers. They are wicked screamers. Although, sometimes if I can just throw them on a tablet. So we'll see.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't.
Ballsy move, Lise.
I told you
Ballsy.
before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
Call her bluff. Smart move, Lise. Nice. So is she good now? Are we just going to let her be free and be good?
Seven hells. It's her. The butcher.
It is. Oh, she's getting that memory now. Maybe if they know she feels their pain, they won't be as mad. Oh no, don't do it. Mic drop.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive.
That seems fair.
But I will thank you.
I think my camera is backwards.
For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
I wonder if it would make more sense to flip this. What if I go like this? No, wait, that's... Is that right? If I square... Yeah, okay. Wow. I must have just set it up different this time. It was upside down for some reason. I use this weird software to connect my phone to my PC to get the video. And it did some weird stuff. It was flipped upside down this morning, so I had to flip it. So I thought maybe it was flipped that way, but no. You know, I'm gonna see if I can. If I just, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. Let a good thing go. Well fought, Doc Ehrenwald. That was a near thing. Aye, our stand against the Kalyana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... God, it's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass, we were all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson and watch our own more carefully in the future. Here's what I could do. I'm gonna go like this. Gonna scoot me over here. Just for today, just so I'm going like this, okay. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldiers who first spoke up in the favor of Kalyana keeping their weapons springs to mind. A primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thanks, Ishtola. We'd appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fordola turned up. What was she even doing there? I asked her to come. I kind of assumed he was going to do this move. That's what they always do when they're surprised. Especially Alphino does that a lot. And so does my character, I guess, too. Well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Ragnfrid was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She just wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamegan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new nation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. 'Tis a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth taking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seemed ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started. I will see that you're not interrupted. Doc, you and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it.
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens.
Gotta have my branding.
The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people.
Good choice.
It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave.
It's okay, Rowby. Sure you don't want to stay, buddy? The Sultana said you could.
Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
He loves her.
Rabon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
But, Your Grace...
Rabon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with the most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me?
True.
Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. free.
No more.
Smile for me, Raubarn. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Oda.
Tomorrow you will
I wish
serve
the player could have
Alamigo
that beard.
and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Good job, Raubi. You've earned it. Make a wish. That was real sweet. I like that a lot. That's a real good arc for a Rauban. I don't know that I care as much about the Sultana. Like, she's kind of been off screen for most of the whole game. I'm gonna get a new minion. But Rauban is a great character, and it really kind of tracks that, like, he would feel that way. He wants to be a protector. He feels obligated to help her. Kind of like a father figure, I think, is how it's supposed to be. I like it.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You right.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project.
The Sultana?
She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
He was.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Uh-oh, busted.
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest.
It was only a jest. So I
I
guess
must yield the floor to Raubarn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
we're not surprised. Oh, no, they did it.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
Fair.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
Is that
You
us?
may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Girl, calm down.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
Sure.
If, he says. Welcome home, Rauban.
No, do a hug. This is hug worthy. Come on. You guys. Let your guard down a little. Live a little.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised. Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event,
It's
one
both.
thing is
It can be
certain.
two things.
Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Indeed. Indubitably. Sweet. I think it's about time I headed back to Rauger's Reach. What's next for all of you? Alice will be eager to hear of recent events, so I shall join you if you've no objections. I'd welcome the company. Doc, why don't you come along to the Reach as well once you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Will do. This feels like Oh, thanks. This feels like wrapping up the... Wait, no, I need to go to Rauger. This feels like the wrapping up of the Stormblood story, and I kind of suspect, without knowing anything, this is just a prediction, I'm going on record, and it might make me look like an idiot here in a minute, but I think this is wrapping up the Alamigo and the Stormblood story, and then we will be going to, you know, then the quests are going to start to lay the foundation for Shadbring is what I'm going to call it, because I'm cool like that. What up, Lise? What you up to, girl? Well, here we are again. Alphino has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Ishtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kalyana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kinds still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed, violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and the M tribes first. I plan to have resistance scouts keep track of the Kalyana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the resistance army out of interest? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance's newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What? The Bull of Alamigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups, and when Conrad passed his command on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Rauger's Reach. He just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman at the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Rauban as the overall commander of our forces, He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Alamigo will have added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seeds which we so carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises and watch as Alamigo blooms. Nice. Nice. Meanwhile, in something... Oh yeah, we gotta meet up with Ghost... Hey, he got home. I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But their generosity ended. Without coins in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like so much jetsam. Oh, woe betide the poor man in a city of rich merchants. Speaking of... Aw, she's nice now. These dango are delicious. Will you have one? More sweetbreads. I surrendered my blade to secure what few coins we have. That was a good bite right there. Bah, 'tis like talking to a child. Why fate saddled me with this burden I shall never know. But I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Come, Suyu. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea. I don't understand. She's just like his helper now? She's like his sidekick? That's kind of weird. We'll see. We'll see if they make sense of that. I mean, I know that like he probably helped her a lot, but still, she was pretty evil. You know? Pretty evil. Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Alamigo, and Lord Xenos put to the sword. Do not believe everything you read. I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chests, and boast loudly of taking his head regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives? Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official and above all accurate announcement to quell these pernicious rumors. They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains then. We shall soon put the lie to their claims. Ew. Wait, who's that? I don't remember. I do not remember. More heroes, yay! Alright, let's see. I think I have. Yes. Let's use this. Let's use this. Let's use this. Use. Oh, I had two of that? Interesting. Let's go ahead and get a weapon. I got a thing. Okay, because this was item level 285. 370. Wow. Let's go. Oh, and then I'll get a greeting. Great. What is going on with my backdrop today? Never had trouble with this before. Today's just a day of new trouble. That's what I'm going to call it. Doc, great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. The Council has officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army, and I expect you can guess who's been appointed commander. Suffice it to say, we are in good hand. Having the Bull of Alamigo at the helm's done wonder for morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made, and we have you and the Sultana to thank for it. If you two hadn't worked your magic, he'd never have contemplated following his heart. The Council has also decreed that we're to maintain a presence at Ralger's Reach. Lise will continue to lead our forces in the fringes, a job she's been doing tirelessly. A bit too tirelessly, some might say. We're constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. That's an exaggeration, and I always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now. Not after our latest brush with Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping a close eye on the Kalyana, and it looks like they've chosen a new leader. It's, Shanti's daughter. You know, the half-dead one. For whatever reason, the Kalyana thought she was the best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. As things stand, there's no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. But I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Fordola. She still won't meet my gaze, but she's given up trying to ignore me. It may only be the odd grunt, but at least she's responding. I'll get through to her yet. Doc, there you are. Alphino, Alice, is everything alright? We've received word from Tataru. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that she didn't say. Only that we should come to Kugane right away. I had a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Alice is determined to make it a party of 3. As I've told you more than a dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed, and I would benefit from some fresh air. Besides, you may well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister, I have given up trying to convince you. Whether we be 2 or 3, we should depart as soon as possible. You will be joining us, I trust. I trust. What did I say? Huh. I was about to say I'd come too, but I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured, should this business prove to be of even tangential concern to Alamigo, we shall inform you without delay. Let us be off then. Hancock and Tataru await us at the Ruby Bazaar offices. Let's go. Scoot my little self down a tiny smidge. There we go. We're going to the Ruby Bazaar to find something Ruby Bizarre. See, that time I spelled it B-I-Z-A-R-R-E. Bizarre. Because it's bizarre that Gosetsu and Yotsuyu are best buddies now. But let's see if they can explain it. I want to see. I'm intrigued.
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugiri and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies.
Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu. I beg your pardon?
Uh-oh.
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted
You're right. Good
your
call,
attention.
Hancock. Good call.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day.
That's cute.
But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them.
Good point.
I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Do I have a choice? Yeah, we're gonna focus on
Thank
finding
you.
Gosetsu. We don't care about
If
Yotsuyu.
Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear.
The question
Hancock,
is
there aught else you can tell us? Alas not, but I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements, and more besides.
great. Creepy. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamachi. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, few know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. I'll give Saravan a hand. If he's providing us a ship, the least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado then, let us seek out this informant in Sanjo Hanamachi. Yes. Let us. Alright, where are we going at? Up top. Let's go to the Rakuza. And I'm running into a wall. Well done, sir. Well done. Rakuza. Alright, Alice, say what you doing back here, girl? This should be the place. Now we wait and see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, a long while indeed. Oh no, it's that little fish guy. Yep. I knew it. Kyoto, any funny business, and you know what will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and the finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I've half a mind to call Lise. No, Lise, I beg you, no boots. I will tell you everything I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yotsuyu, high and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, they did, promising rich rewards for decisive information. And have you decisive information? Were the two individuals cited here indeed Gosetsu and Yotsuyu? Alas, see them with my own eyes, I did not. But the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here is something they do not know. A rumor which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rogadan samurai appeared on Kogane Dori with a beauteous maiden, and sold his katana to a pawnbroker, which was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. Well, that is interesting, assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Now, why would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I'd think he lent you money. He will help you, I am certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure. But is it wise to let the Namazu out of our sight? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that one. No more betrayals, no more boots. To divide our forces is simply more efficient. He's right. Given the urgency, we would do well to split up. And so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes, we will go together and there will be no boots. Let's be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. Good point. I believe LSA has her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? Indubitably. Yes. I've learned the emote greeting. Everything in order? Then let us proceed to Kogane Dori and find the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Alright. Where's that? Down there. We can work with that. We can work with little old that. Go to the Kogane Dori market. Great. Hey, perky pawnbroker. We might have had customers like those you described. So many people come through, it's difficult to remember. Perhaps you could jog my memory by making a purchase? No? Well, you can't blame a woman for trying, hee hee. Goodbye. How about a pushy pawnbroker? A Rogadan samurai and a maiden. Never seen them. Now, if you don't have any business with me, make way for someone who does. No, that's not the guy I seek either. How about the pleasant pawnbroker? Welcome, good sir. Welcome. Will you be buying, or... Ah, so you have heard tell of the Rogadan samurai's katana. Small wonder. It is a fine example of its kind. One moment. Dare I hope you found our pawnbroker? Excellent work, Doc. And that is the katana? There can be no doubt. It is Gosetsu's blade. The craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you will be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it is priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. The blade represents conclusive proof of Gosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing his safe return. Yet it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I'll pay. I'll pay for Gosetsu. It ain't no thing. Nay, my friend. Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Gosetsu is alive and well. Yugiri, wait. The scions will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. Master Afano, your kindness is touching, truly. Yet, in matters of coin, would Mistress Tataru not expect to be consulted? Come now, our friend would have never relinquished his blade were the need not great. And are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are, and I am sure Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. It's settled then. You have made a wise choice, friend. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you would be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. I want to see the price tag on that puppy. That's how I'm talking now. If I may ask, sir, after he visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He is our friend, and we would return his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you say? I see. Well then, I suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided him with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamoring for dango. I duly recommended those served at the Umineko tea house, and thither did they set off. Clamoring for dango? Can these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. Some manner of code, perhaps, but it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to his tea house and see if we can pick up their trail. Like that. They think it must be a code, because what is her deal clamoring for dango? That sounds like slang for Jones and to get some, if you catch my meaning. Clamoring for some dango. Let's go to the dango shop. The dango ate my baby. How? How? Teach me. Let's see, looks like... How do you get up there? There's a way. I know there's a way. Well, obviously, because that girl's there. Duh. But of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you'll ever see, scoffing down dango as if her life depended on it while the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Far be it from me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of the reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl had finally had her fill, they set off in the direction of the Shiokoze hostelry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. So Gosetsu makes for Doma. But this woman who travels with him, the more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she can truly be Yosetsu. Or Yotsuyu. While doubts remain over the identity of Gosetsu's traveling companion, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us away to the pier and make ready to sail. With luck, Alice will already have joined Master Soravan and Mistress Tataru there. You right. Shiokoze hostelry. Let's go. So, yeah, what is the deal with Yotsuyu? Why is she like a kid now? We shall find out soon. Why didn't they go to Hancock and Totaro in the first place? I hope they have a good answer for that. Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alisei arrived mere moments ago. All went well at my end. Gyotto met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way to some new information. It seems the troops who recently arrived in Kugane came directly from Garlemald. The Imperials based here have been kept in the dark. And that's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they picked up on Gosetsu's trail. Then your information matches ours. We are quite certain that Gosetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana at the asking price? Aye, well, we were in some haste and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here's the contract of sale. Pray see that the man is paid. Thal's beard, you agreed to this? Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. But Alphino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the office as soon as you get back. Promise me. Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. First, let us go to the Ruby Price. If Gosetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have seen him. Totaro is mad. Totaro seemed rather vexed, did she not? Ever the melodramatist. I am sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. Ah, but I digress. We have work to do. Let's go. YOLO. You know, we don't need nothing. Let's go. Yeah, it's whatever.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
That's not a good sign. Oh, look, they had like cool uniforms now. I don't think they had that before. No, he was wearing like a purple thing.
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans.
Oh wait, that's not the same
Garleans
guy.
have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
Whoa, look at that thing. And what are those coming out? Oh, that's cool. Shoot it with the cannon.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy. But with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless
Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
True.
We will help them while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Why is he taking that stance?
Soroban, we may need to make
She's a badass.
See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
What?
Come.
Nice. Okay, let's do this real quick.
An opening. Your defense is lacking. Leave this to me.
Wait, what happened there? Okay, that's not gonna work for me. Nope. I'll help you guys in a minute. Give me a second. Ah, there we go. Alright, bye Imperial soldiers. I gotta... You gonna get got. I want to take out the signifier first, because I totally know what that means. Alright, look at all these bads over here. I think I need to change up my keybinds a little bit in a minute. But not right now, it's a little old moment. I know what I'll do. Some of these buttons get a little hard to press with control at the same time. But I think I have an answer for that. Because the way I press it is I have this row is like 1 through 6 to here, you know? And then this row is control plus that. But it gets a little difficult to reach control and 6 at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here on 7. Which is actually, whoops, one of my mouse buttons. Yeah, that'll be much better. Look, it's them. Why is she a scaredy cat now? What the heck? Does she have amnesia or something?
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gozetsu.
Alright, let's do it.
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles. All forces, attack!
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, dum-dums. Good luck, you dummy dum-dums. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like getting crowd controlled. Y'all get dead. No. Does that mean I need to burn him down before he can blow up? This music. That music sounds exactly like Final Fantasy VII Overworld. Kind of weird. And I think they did a lot of that on purpose. It's like a callback to... Yeah, that part sounds a lot like Final Fantasy VII theme. Once again, this is just going a little long. And they're going to try to blow up again. So I'm just going to run away. They're both blowing up at the same time. Oops. Okay. Bye. Ouch. But did we win? Oh, there's one more. Oh, a hexadrone. Okay, I have an idea for how I'm gonna switch up my keybinds. Make it nice and easy to visualize. Because right now I'm doing, the buttons are just all messed up. I like how I have it set up. I just don't like that I can't easily see which button is which. And I think I have a solution for that, but I'll mess with that another time. Because it's going to take some setup as far as messing with my Logitech software. Oh, wait. Maybe I don't know a good way to do it.
The art of my forebears.
How long is this gonna go? Come on. I'm gonna die here. What did that say? 20 seconds to Starstorm. What does that mean? 10 seconds to Starstorm. Who's casting Starstorm? Oh, Alpha now. Thanks, buddy. Very helpful. And that'll do it, right? There we go. Finally, geez. That took forever.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens.
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
That's all you can say is they were kind.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating.
There's the guy I was thinking
I
of.
suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
That's fair.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
She got brain damage or something?
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts.
And you both fit on the door? But Titanic said...
Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time.
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, aye. And I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard.
Guy has some huge hands. Just gonna say that.
Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
That's a good idea.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up.
That's tricky.
You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
Gee, thanks. As Tansui says, we should move on. It would not do for Yotsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Look, that's a nice touch. He like turns and explains to her. Gosetsu turns and explains to Yotsuyu what's going on. Like basically a parent would for a child. Little stuff like that goes a long way. This game's full of stuff like that. Gosetsu, thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. And it was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Doc is, anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. All right, if you say so. Right. 'Tis past time we set sail. I, for one, would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Kojin bear no love for Yotsuyu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores, near Asari, but out of the villager's sight. Good idea, Saraban. Here is where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Doc, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. It's a good point. Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Gosetsu's is worth a fortune. Enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would know had you bothered to check the price. What? I had no idea. This business venture of Saraban's, you will be giving it a fair hearing, I trust. He's been good to us after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. Oh, Alpha, no, you crazy. Oh. I'll see what he has to say. You would know more of my venture? Excellent. I should be glad to tell you all I know, though perhaps it would be easier to let our anonymous client speak for his or herself. Here, their missive. For the Ruby Sea and all who call her home, we seek the aid of the warrior who laid low the Lord of the Revel. But first we bid him make haste to Hell's Lid and quell the Oni that dwell in its deepest depths. Should he succeed in this test, we shall speak of the true endeavor and consummate reward. A strange proposal, aye, though it must be noted that they know both of your deeds and of our part in them. The Red have no love of trickery, so I doubted a trap of theirs. And should this client have honest intentions, then for the sake of these waters, it may behoove us to engage them further. As for their test, enclosed with the missive was a magicked dagger, along with instructions as to how it may be used to open a hidden passage into the depths of the Hell's Lid. I should mention that this dagger is old and exceedingly valuable. That our client was willing to entrust it to us was without a guarantee of our cooperation bespeaks considerable wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. If you are willing to undertake their trial, I shall journey to Hell's Lid and prepare to open the path. Ah, but given the financial incentive, I think it for the best if I went and fetched Mistress Tataru. Wait for us there, then. Bye. We'll talk about that later. We must meet with Lord Hien as soon as possible, though mayhap not at the Enclave. I will send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are fewer prying eyes. If all are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see that the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you are able, and join me on the outskirts of Namai. Wait, no. It would be faster to just walk this way. Silly old me. Silly little me. Okay. Oh, I can't fly here. Yes, let's go. All is well? Good. The others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed. Quietly, if you please. I kind of want to check out this bigfollows.com just to see what's up with it. Don't worry, I would never ever pay for something stupid like that.
I'm returned.
It's in my chat every day now.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives,
good point.
We shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope. One which I have clung to ever since. Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That's awesome. I like Ian.
Meaning you know how I feel.
Well,
wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend. Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications.
that's one way to say it.
Rise, my friend. Tell me everything. The Empire is bold indeed to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
True.
As acting Viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Nay, it'll end with her capture, or her death.
Are you a friend, too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord.
Good thinking.
Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Soyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl, and listen to Yogiri.
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel. If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
Good point, yeah. It doesn't seem like an act. But who freaking knows? Who even knows? Thank you for delivering Gotsetsu back to us in one piece. We are lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much and more to think upon, but as regards the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you've come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say, and we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. Should they so desire it, there is a place here for those who fled Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hien, and I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. What do I have that weird glow? This is weird. I kind of like it. I feel all like, Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Gosetsu and Yugiri would be back by now. Well, just hold your horses for a second. Forgive me, my lord, but Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh? He was here when I arrived. For now, we have taken Yotsuyu to a private chamber and assigned another to watch over her, my lord. But I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. That does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we would be happy to assist you. We should be glad of the help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you will be better able to coordinate our response. There I was thinking I was in charge. But you have the right of it. Go on, then. I will mind the house. Sorry, Hien. That ain't how it go. That ain't how it go. It just ain't. Just saying. What's up, Haname? You seek the captain. He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone as it happens. He did not look well, you see. I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him. But I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. Good point, good point. What up, Kate 8? Captain Jifuya? Is this a guy or a girl? Guy. He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alice when she came asking earlier. Is something amiss? I need to leave? Is that alright? Can I go out the top? Yes. That's pretty cool. That's actually soup's cool. But that's all. Aye, the captain went outside some few bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I am sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck out after him. I hope they'll be all right. Gosetsu too? It seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire's plotting. You go on, Doc. Alpha and I shall hold the fort. Alright. Let's do it. Where are we going? Way over here. Glad I can fly. Let's just say that. Let's just throw that out there. Glad I can fly at the moment. That would not be fun to not fly. Deep stuff, right? Deep stuff. There he is. What you doing, Jifuya?
By the Kami! Your Lord Hien! Leave me! Leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
What?
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Now, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her. But I knew she would be popular. And so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of acting Viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became.
Indeed. Indeed you do.
Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
No, it's a good question. He's being weird about it. Gosetsu's being a little weird about it. I mean, it's not that weird that they would want to protect Yotsuyu because, like, she's some kind of weird adult child now. But there's an extra layer to it. Like, maybe he's trying to relive his family life or something. Did he have a family? I feel like he did. Forgive me, now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. So Yotsuyu, I thought was going to be the first bad guy that was, like, really not a great character. She was just kind of an evil bad guy and she was too evil, and it wasn't really well written to me. It was, like, just kind of over the top. But they've really done a good job of, like, coming back in and laying the groundwork behind it, so that now you kind of feel sympathetic for her. You know, you can kind of relate and sympathize with her for being so evil, because she really was, like, treated bad. So it makes sense. So Xenos is the one bad guy that I don't like so far. I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me that all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. The Jifuya I know has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. Uh-oh. While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Doc, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alice and I would fain play our parts as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the land of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Doc and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. I thought the same thing. To Castrum Fluminus, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. I think Gotsetsu was kind of like glad to stay back. Very unusual for him, I must say. Let's go to Castrum Fluminus. Is that... yeah, okay, that's right down there. Alright. We're going to fly out the top. Let's actually look where we're going. Maybe that would help. This isn't even the room with the opening. Yeah, I really wish I could just fly straight up. Why can't I look straight up? I can look straight down almost. No, I can't really. Almost straight down. Why can't I look straight up? Okay, gonna have to go around this whole cliff. I know, stop. I'm not trying to go higher. I'm not trying to go higher. I'm actually, if anything, going slightly downward. This is pretty cool looking right here, though. I do like this part. I like that glowing thing over there. Can't remember what that place was called. I remember running around here. This is where we shot the little blow dart thing. The blow dart sniper. And then we infiltrated this place. It's kind of cool seeing it from above. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. I don't see an airship. Ah, the craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Alright. Yeah, there they are. Why? Why y'all gotta be mean? What's that about?
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Dormans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Dorman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Who's it gonna be? Is it somebody we know already? That would be cool. Oh, it's this thing. Oh, cool haircut there, guy.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
The facial animations in this game are awesome, so you can frequently kind of read their facial expression. And you can tell that Hien is completely unconvinced. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Is it a good idea to bring them to the Enclave? Seems like a not good idea. But Hien knows what he's doing, I think. I think he does. We shall see. Kind of hard to tell what's going on in that respect, but that's okay, you know? Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you're ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Alright, boatman. Boatman. Yes. Oh, the Doman Enclave, not our little base. This is like an official Doma place. I haven't been here before, have I? Interesting. Wow. That's kind of cool that we're in a, like a post-patch, like a patch after the expansion is over, after the MSQ, and we're still going to a new place. That's pretty cool. This game's pretty amazing, I have to say. I guess WoW does some stuff like that. Like we go to different planets and stuff in WoW. But it just doesn't feel as fleshed out. It kind of feels like a new place, and it doesn't have as much story. It has story. I'll give credit where it's due. But it's nothing close to this. There you are, Doc. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an Aetheryte now, courtesy of Onishushu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But onto the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alice will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. Of course, anything for you, hee-hee. Knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at the humble abode, the Kienkin. The guardsman will see you in. Let's see if his abode is that humble. I think it's this giant place. Yeah, that's not that humble, bruh. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes. Alright, let's see what this is all about. I'm a little confused about it.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
Dreams do come true.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
We don't believe you.
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgians' practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning. And it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise.
True. Good point.
With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now, there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in Imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do
This guy
all
can't be
in
for
my
real, right?
power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsuya? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests.
I don't know what to make of this.
Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
On the one hand, the Empire so far has just been like the evil Empire, and it seems weird for this guy to come in and just be offering peace, and you know, it seems shady. But also it seems like this game would eventually start to acknowledge that there have to be good people in the Empire, or at least somewhat good or kind of good.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Nothing's black and white in this game, right? Like that's one of the great things about it. So you would think eventually there would have to be some kind of like goodish Empire guy. Imperial person. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know what quite to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Doc, let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We are safe enough for now. I mean, you have been treating Alice kind of like a baby. I'm just going to throw that out there real quick. Just saying. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Doc. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Alice is pondering how best to make use of your reprieve from the tedium of negotiations. What are we going to do? What are we going to get up to? What are we going to do crazy? Let's do something crazy. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words, and it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Doc, a moment if you would. Huguri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Doc? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh? Is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? Sure. I wanted to say something a little more neutral than that, but that's fine. In that case, I will join you as well. There's naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yansha. Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Where are we going at? Bye. Are we about to do this dungeon? Probably not, right? I bet we've already done that one. But I do wish it would tell me when I look at the map, instead of just saying dungeon. You know, something that could be cool is if you said which one. Okay, there it is, Doma Castle. We did that one. That's right. Nay, can this truly be Monzen, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I had heard Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult. Once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. No. It's a travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I'll ready our boat. No. Let's go, Dragon Boy. Let's go, Mr. Draggy. Do 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 do. We're gonna do some kind of fight. We're gonna do a fight. Ready to cast off? Level stink. Let's do this.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
Who is? Who is? Oh, that guy. Oh, and the Red Kojin are mad. And why?
Are you all right?
Hi.
I like my dancer
What
things.
do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
Why?
It seems they won't go quietly.
True.
And neither will we.
Let's kill him. I like that guy. He's cool. Let's kill him. Gonna dance the night away.
It is nothing. Leave this to me.
Trying to hit as many guys as I can here, but they're too spread out. There you go. Come and get me. Come and get me. Well, you scared. What's that noise? There was like a pulsing, like. Wah.
The art of my forebears.
Yeah, right? I think I should kill the captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Get that. Get that. We don't like you. I don't want you to draw away the reinforcements. I want to kill them. Alright, here we go. I think there's only 2 left. I think we are in good shape here. Alright, you dead. Got 'ems. Got 'ems. Excuse me. Ooh, stretchy. Sometimes stretching feels so good. Is that news to anyone? Surely
That
not.
seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you.
Whoops.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
I know. I always am welcome. I've never been turned away yet.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances.
What does that
You
mean?
have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
See, he's right. I want to give him credit because he's right. I'm not saying I believe him.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
True. How do you know all about my time in Ishgard? Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least, few who live to tell the tale. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it might be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Heian will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Didn't need to mount up, but I did it anyway. What up, Yugiri? Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have well overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Heian is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. Yes, let's go in. You're expected, sir. Shall I show you in? Yes. Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on the tour of Yansha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Kojin? Here? Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yansha, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? Then the question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game. For now at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was that very question in mind that I sought Alphinaud's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Seki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of aether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that's the case, preventing the Primal's return vests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of aether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends at the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunchin and his people, and with their support, I'm quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard.
He was just gonna kill her right
Come
there?
the hour of the exchange. If her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
So he thinks that if her memories don't come back between now and when they make the exchange, that the Garlands are just going to be like, cool.
Setsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for your Tsuyu apart, I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Good point. That would be most good. Most good. Let's get some peace up in her. Cool, okay. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Of course, there's no other anything. There's no other matters. I'm just trying to get through the MSQ. That's my matter.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Something's gonna go wrong, I think. I just have a feeling. Got a bad feeling about this. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her conditions were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Suyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement, of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yansha. This will take time, of course. Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. I wonder if we're going to find out that she is actually acting this whole time. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. But not like it's a trick, but just like she'd rather act like this than face her old life, kind of a thing. That could be a nice wrinkle to it. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
No problem, bruh. Anytime, anytime. Anytime. Anything for you.
Mark me, savior of the savages.
I knew he was bad.
There will be a reckoning.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Who saved him?
What in the...
Oh, Xenos.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
This is when he decided he prefers samurai swords.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Oh yeah, you sealed his fate.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
Yeah, he's strong. He also dead.
That was Lord Xenos.
Yeah, so what of it?
Everything you are, your power, even your face.
Let's just kill this guy right now.
Vexes me.
This is a weird move because now I can just tell Ian, like, bro, this guy's crazy.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell them about this guy.
I will cherish this moment. Lock it away within my heart. Until the day we meet again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just gonna tell them, like, oh, no, actually, he's straight up bad. Don't trust him. Right, I'm gonna tell them, right?
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Okay, good, yeah.
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos.
Same.
My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
That's true.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
No, but let's try to get them back
If
still.
not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
I'm super sad this loser guy doesn't like me. Wait. It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? That's what I was thinking too. Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange, but you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane, then. Totaro and the others must know of what transpired here. That's true, they must know. Alright, let's go fill him in real quick and get some armor. Oh, never mind. It's not the right kind. That makes me sad. Let's see. I don't like your name. My, it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Totaro. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Saraban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Doc should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Forgive me, Doc. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something on the subject? Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Heian had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game. For now. Hancock's back there. I have to take one? I'll take... I don't care. Fending. What is fending? Tanks? Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Interesting. So she's really not remembering.
How are you feeling, my lord?
What? Why?
Fine, now leave me.
He slit his own throat. Nobody dies in this game. Lame. I don't like that. That's lame. That's lame sauce. Ah, Doc, impeccable timing. We've just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garleans' part, the Populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yancha, which would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straightaways for the Enclave, then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru? Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Alright, and I am going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I need to get ready to go on my little trip. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm going to close out of the game. That was fun. We're scrolling through there. We're doing good. So, yeah, I am going to head out. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll be off Monday, but I'll be back on the stream Wednesday and Friday next week, 9 a.m. Central. That's 10 a.m. Eastern, whatever other time zones that translates to. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. It's been fun. And have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Love you, mean it. Bye.